on my desk. Can I be written out what to say?
Ready, sir?
I will. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Senate, come to order, please. Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Senator Barnett. Senator Barrett. Here. Senator Berry. Here. Senator Blackman. Here. Senator Blackwell. Senator Blunt. Here. Senator Boyd. Here. Senator Brumfield. Here. Senator Bryan. Senator Butler. Here. Senator Carter. Here. Senator Chazanall. Senator Chisholm. Senator DeBar. Senator Delano. Senator England. Senator Fillingham. Senator Frazier. Senator Harkin.
That's if you stand there.
Senator Hickman.
Here.
Senator Hill.
The prayer, then you'll
Senator Hobson.
immediately follow it.
Senator Horn. Senator Jackson.
Here.
Senator Johnson. Senator Jordan. Senator Kirby.
Here.
Senator Latner. Senator McCon. Senator McClendon. Senator McMahon. Senator Michelle. Senator Norwood. Senator Parker. Senator Parks. Senator Polk. Senator Rhodes. Senator Robinson. Senator Seymour. Senator Simmons of the 12th. Senator Simmons of the 13th. Senator Sparks. Senator Suber. Senator Tate. Senator Thomas. Senator Thompson. Senator Turner Ford. Senator Whaley. Senator Wiggins. Senator Williams. Senator Younger. Mr. President, a quorum is present.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Will the senators and guests in the gallery please rise for the invocation to be given today by Reverend Christopher Diggs. He's the pastor of Trinity United Methodist Church in Marks, Mississippi. He's a guest of Senator Reginald Jackson. If you would, after the invocation, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance by Senator Jackson.
Thank you. I want to thank Senator Jackson for this opportunity. Let us pray. Today, we come before this most essential body of the state of Mississippi, the Mississippi Senate, a body of the people elected by the people. Oh God, your Son Jesus said in his word in the Gospel of Mark that the greatest commandment is said to love your God with all your soul, your mind, and all your strength. The second is love your neighbor as yourself. Oh God, our state of Mississippi is a very unique state because everybody knows everybody, because indeed we are all neighbors. On Friday nights and Saturdays in the fall, when a white quarterback drops back and passes a brown ball and it falls into the hands of black players and he runs on green grass and crosses a white line called the goal line, and a man in black and white shirt, the referee, stands up and says, touchdown. Everybody in the stand jumps and cheers simply because we are neighbors. When the circling clouds inundate the Gulf Coast, filled with wind, lightning, rain, and thunder, and the hurricanes move slowly from the Gulf of Mexico until it gets into the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, lives are destroyed, homes and businesses are destroyed, but before the wind stops, people run and gravitate towards each other to help their brothers and sisters, not because we are enemies, but because we are neighbors. when the funnel clouds dangle from the sky and touch down and move properties from their landscape, people rushed after the destruction to help their brothers and sisters simply because we are neighbors. It doesn't matter where you live, from Adams County to Yazoo counties, we're neighbors. From the dark, flat soil of Tunica to the white, sandy beaches of Harrison County and on the Gulf Coast, we are neighbors. From the prosperous communities of DeSoto County and Madison County and Forest County and Lee County to some of the poorest counties where the least of these live. From Sledge and Darling and Squirrel Lake to Natchez and Vicksburg and Ocean Springs and Shabuta and to Aberdeen and to Pleasant Hill, all across the communities and municipalities of this great state, we are neighbors. Oh God, when our Lieutenant Governor fell ill a few days ago, white men and black men rushed to his side to assist him. People who have been entrenched in this Bible Belt prayed for him. Black men, white men, gay men, straight men, red men, yellow men, all prayed for the Lieutenant Governor because we are neighbors. And in the future, when this body makes critical decisions, and when you look across the aisle and look at those who are in agreement or disagreement with you, it doesn't matter if they're black, white, Republican, or Democrat. At the end of the day, we are all neighbors because Jesus said we should love our neighbors as ourselves. Amen. Amen.
Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you, sir. Good prayer. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Rick. Oh. Why not feel like the point yard?
Thank you so kind.
Thank you. Okay, let's have order in the Senate, please. Order in the Senate. Reading of the journal. Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we dispense with the reading of the journal. Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Committee reports. Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we dispense with the reading of the committee reports.
Senator Blackwell moves we dispense with the reading of the committee reports. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it. Introductions of bills and resolutions. Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we dispense with the reading of the titles of the bills of resolutions.
Thank you, Senator Blackwell. And I did have you dispense with the reading of the journal, which normally our clerk does, but thank you for doing it.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, sir. Introduction of guests by senators. We'll start with Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's my pleasure to introduce some good friends of mine. They're here to celebrate and honor their mother, who is being recognized for 50 years as a poll worker in Warren County. It's the family of Gene Sturgis. I'm going to ask all of them to stand. They are in the West Gallery, and particularly one of my classmates from high school, Jackie Sturgis, but ask them to stand in the Senate to make them welcome this morning.
Thank you. Welcome to your Senate. Welcome to your Senate. Senator Michelle.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to call a Rules Committee meeting on the front of the Senate chamber.
Rules Committee immediately in front of the chamber. It's granted. Okay, next we'll go to Senator Parks.
Introduction at the appropriate time, Mr. President.
You recognize?
Thank you, Mr. President. If I could get everyone's attention to the West Gallery today with the Electrical Cooperative Leadership Group today from Corinth. We have Lainey Little, J.B. Labus, Ben Tucker, and Kevin Bragg. Would you all please stand and let us make you welcome?
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Younger, introduction.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the West Gallery, I also have a good group from Ford County, and Brad Barr, their advisor, has brought them to the Senate today. And from New Hope High School, we have Armando Dunnan. From Starkville Christian, we have Hayes Carver. From Starkville High, we have Carrie Beth Honnell. And from Caledonia High, we have Beth Sumrall. Please give them a warm welcome.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Butler, introduction, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this time, on behalf of Jason Barrett and Senator Broomfield, we would like to welcome Miss Debbie McGee, who's with Southwest Electric, and Mr. Jeremy Smith with Southwest Electric, and they have the students that are part of the Youth Leadership Program. I would like for them to stand, and let's give them a welcome to our city.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Chazanall,
For an introduction.
You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, on behalf of Senator Jordan and myself, we have a number of guests in the gallery. If you are from Greenwood or LaFleur County, give us a big wave, and we'll be having a presentation later that I think you're here to watch. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Senator Chazanall. Welcome to the Senate. Senator Jackson, introduction.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, if you direct your attention to the section of neighbors here, you will have our pastor of the day. He is Reverend Chris Diggs. He is the pastor of Trinity United Methodist Church located in Marks, Mississippi. Along with him, he has his wife, Leisha, his daughter, Madeline, his mother, Mary Standifer, and my favorite uncle, Carl Handy. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, please make them welcome.
Thank you. Again, welcome to your Senate. Senator Rhodes. Senator Rhodes, recognized.
Yes, sir. Introduction.
You're recognized.
If you would turn your attention to the West Gallery, we've got a fine group of young folks here this morning from the Southern Pine Youth Leadership. We have Corinne Allen, Brenna Littner Davis, Tyson McLaurin, Addison Berry, Jaden Smith, and Macy Morrow. And I believe their advisors are here with them too, and Mr. Darnell Moffitt. Thank you all so much. Please welcome them.
Thank you. Welcome to the Senate. Senator Robinson,
Thank you, Mr. President. Introduction.
you're recognized.
If you would please turn your attention to the South Gallery and make welcome to the Capitol, Tracy Hall, longtime friend. She's with Clark Beverages. Welcome to your Capitol. Glad you're here today.
Welcome to Capitol. Thank you, Senator. Senator McMahon,
Mr. President, I rise for an introduction.
you're recognized, Senator.
In the West Gallery, I would ask one of our healthcare professionals from Lee County is here today, if she would stand. Ms. Jessie Robertson, I ask the Senate to give her a warm Senate welcome.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Simmons, Sarita Simmons,
Thank you, Mr. President. Introduction.
you're recognized.
In the South Gallery, we have a great friend of mine, Mr. Chris Hicks from Cleveland. He's with Clark Beverages. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, would you please give him a warm welcome? Thank you.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Hill, for introduction.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's scattered in the South and West galleries. I have the Wilson family from Picayune and a homeschool group. If you're still up there, would you please stand up and let us make you welcome?
Welcome to the Senate. Okay, Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. One more introduction. I've got a group of students from Yazoo Valley Electric, or they're sponsored by Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association. They are in the West Gallery, and they're with Jason Patterson. That's Kinsey Ray and Caroline Swafford. I would ask them to stand along with Jason and let the Senate make them welcome this morning.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Thomas. Senator Thomas.
Introduction, Mr.
You're
President.
recognized.
Today we have in the West Gallery, we have the Twin County Electric Power Association. We'd like youth leadership. If they're up there, we'd like the Senate to give them a warm welcome.
Thank you, Senator. Welcome to your Senate. Okay, any other introductions? Seeing no other introductions. Next, I guess Senator Fillingham.
Yes, sir.
You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to request floor privileges for the presentation of Senate Resolution 57, which commends Mississippi poll workers. If they could come on down, that would be great.
Yeah, no objection. Please escort them in.
And while they are coming, Mr. President, they are representing various different counties. So if the senators from these counties would like to come stand alongside of us as well, you're welcome to. That's George County, Holmes County, Walthall County, Neshoba County, Tallahatchie County, and Warren County. So if any of you senators from those various counties would like to come up here, that would be great. We would love to have you all. Hey, some of y'all get over here too. We got a good group here this morning. Y'all keep coming. All right, Mr. President, if we could have the title of the resolution read, please, sir.
Please read the title.
Senate Resolution Number 57, a resolution commending and paying tribute to the Mississippi poll workers who have served over 50 consecutive years in this role as the front line of democracy. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the State of Mississippi that we do hereby commend and pay tribute to the Mississippi poll workers who have served over 50 consecutive years in this role as the front line of democracy. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to the Mississippi poll workers with over 50 consecutive years of service at a ceremony at the state capitol on February 27, 2025, and be made available to the Capitol Press Corps.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would just say that since Mississippi elections are conducted from the bottom up, our local election officials are the true heroes of the state's election. Specifically, poll workers in Mississippi are voluntary positions in which individuals give of their time to make sure we have safe, secure, and honest elections. And without them, these elections simply don't happen. They do this while also ensuring we have safe and secure and transparent elections. And due to the rigorous yearly election schedule we have in Mississippi, as you all well know, these 8 poll workers we are recognizing today symbolize all the work from the election poll workers across the state. These individuals have shown up year in, year out from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on election day for over 50 years each, which is quite stunning. So on behalf of the Mississippi Senate, we would like to join Secretary of State Michael Watson, who's also former Senator Watson, standing behind us. He and his staff, especially Elizabeth Johnson over here in the corner, who's the best communications person, bar none, in the state. They pulled these people together, and we just want to celebrate each of these individually. So I'll call out their names if y'all can wave or raise your hand as you're recognized. From George County, we have Miss Colleen Kane. She has 61 years of election service.
Wow.
Wow. From Holmes County, Freddie Bird Farmer, 60 years of service. Also from Holmes County, Miss Rosie Howells with 57 years of service. Is Rosie? Okay. From Walthall County, which me and Senator Butler represent, Miss Lelia Peters and Miss Sarah Ratliff, both with 55 years of service each. Then from Neshoba County, Miss Stella Rose Gilmer, 53 years of election service. From Tallahatchie County, Jarone Kenneal with 52 years of service. And finally, from Chairman Briggs Hobson's home county of Warren and our Lieutenant Governors, Miss Jean Sturgis with 51.5 years of service. Thank you all so very much for all that you do. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to get a few pictures and then we'll move on to the side. But thank you all for your patience and indulgence this morning. Y'all look at the cameras. All right, thank you all.
Thank you very much. We appreciate all that you've done.
Jay, we can go back this way. Best sport, how you doing? Love you too. I've introduced your daughter, so they were all like fun.
Senator Tate, for what purpose?
You want to stay down on this board?
Introduction.
Order. Let's have order in the Senate. Senator Tate, Order in the Senate, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, if you'll direct your attention to the West Gallery, we have with us members of the EMEPA youth leaders. We have Miles Coleman, Rosie Ott, Lauren Skinner, Chamberlain Copeland, Hayden Clark, and with them is Miss Julie Bowles of EMEPA. If y'all will, please make them feel welcome.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Barrett, what purpose?
Introduction.
You're recognized for an introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll direct your attention to the West Gallery, we have members of the Magnolia Electric Cooperative Student Program. If you students will stand up and let the Senate make you welcome.
Welcome to your Senate. Okay, Senator Chazanall, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to request floor privileges for Mr. Derek Simpson, who is the president of the Food Giant Food Group, and also for dignitaries and representatives of the Coca-Cola Corporation who will be here to present Senate Resolution number 45.
Okay, floor privilege requested, no objection. Please escort them in. Senator, if it's okay with you, we have an introduction while they're coming in.
Yes.
Okay. Senator Suber, I think you have an introduction.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Introduction.
You're recognized.
In the South Gallery, sent to make welcome, we have the Chair of the Mississippi Outdoor Stewardship Trust Fund, Drew St. John, coalition members Ducks Unlimited, the Nature Conservancy of Mississippi, and Wildlife Mississippi. Welcome to your state Senate.
Welcome to your Senate. All right, one more introduction, Senator Chazanall, because some of these people have to leave. Senator Butler for an introduction, real quick, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would just like to introduce a resolution out of order, sir.
You're recognized.
Also, if there are any senators from the Mississippi Delta that would like to join us here at the podium, I think that would be wonderful because we're going to recognize one of our own. Mr. President, we're honoring Senator Jordan today as a recipient of the Olympic torch, and we have this host of people who are here to show their appreciation to him for his long service and also for his continuing love of Greenwood and LaFleur County. When I first got here, Senator Jordan and I didn't know much about each other, and now we're very good friends, and I'm so happy to be able to make this announcement and presentation. Mr. President, will you have the title read?
Please read the title.
Senate Resolution number 45, a resolution extending the recognition of the Mississippi Senate to the Mississippi Delta members of the Coca-Cola 2024 Olympic Torch Relay Team on the occasion of the Senator David Jordan Torch presentation ceremony. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the State of Mississippi that we do hereby extend the recognition of the Mississippi Senate to the Mississippi Delta members of the Coca-Cola 2024 Olympic Torch Tour Team on the occasion of the Senator David Jordan Torch presentation ceremony and our best wishes as they go on the Olympic Torch Tour. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to Senator David Jordan and the Mississippi 2024 Olympic Torch Tour Team, forwarded to Derek Simpson of Hookins Food Group, and be made available to the Capitol Press Corps.
Mr. President, may we allow Mr. Simpson to address the Senate, please?
Mr. Simpson, you recognize. Mr. Simpson? Well, I mean, whoever you wish.
I believe we got our order, but that's fine. I feel like we're at home. It's such an honor to be here with the Senate this morning. It's an honor to be here with you, Senator Jordan. I'd like to thank our extended family, the Clark Beverage Company, for being here in support of this, the Houchins Food Group, and all my family and friends, the city of Greenwood and the county. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Senator Chasnow.
Also, we have with us Melanie Clark, as I recall her, who used to show horses with my daughter years ago, and she represents the Coca-Cola Corporation. May she be recognized to say a few words, Mr. President?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to explain a little bit while we're here. Good morning. I'm Morgan Clark Schnewer. I'm honored to be here today representing Clark Beverage Group. It's a wonderful and talented team of employees and my family, the Clark family. One of the most rewarding things that we get to do at Clark Beverage Group is to serve and support our partners and their communities across the great state of Mississippi. Last summer, we were fortunate enough to get to partner with Derek Simpson and his team at Greenwood Marketplace in Greenwood for a little competitive Olympic display fun. The Coca-Cola Company ran an Olympic promotion over the course of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The promotion spread across 5 continents and included over 10,000 stores. Greenwood Marketplace was one of the 3 stores chosen as a winner here in the United States. And they won this official torch as the grand prize. I want to personally thank LaDerek and Jeremy and their entire team at Clark Beverage for their execution of this display. And I also want to thank Derek Simpson and his team at Greenwood Marketplace for being such a loyal partner of ours. And I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. Magic doesn't just come out of a Coca-Cola bottle. It also comes from teamwork, hard work, and partnerships like theirs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, we have with us the mayor of Greenwood, Mayor Carolyn McAdams, who would like to say just a few words, Mr. President, if that's okay.
Yes, ma'am. You're recognized.
Thank you, Senator Chasnow, and thank you, Senator Jordan. Good to see you, Lieutenant Governor Hoseman. It's great to see all you senators. I certainly see a lot of familiar faces out there, but this is a red letter day for Greenwood, Mississippi, and for Mississippi. But if you have never been to Marketplace, when you walk in there, if you're having a bad day, when you leave, you're in a good mood because everyone in there is so gracious and helpful. It's a wonderful place to work. So it did not surprise me that they were selected to receive this wonderful, wonderful award for Greenwood and Mississippi. 3 out of the world, really. I mean, 9 continents and all of the United States. And I have my city council here, and they will be recognized later. And look at all the people here in Greenwood to support this wonderful event. And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be recognized in Mississippi for this wonderful award that Marketplace is receiving today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And, Mr. President, there is one final speaker.
Okay.
Reverend Collins.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Presiding Officer, and to all of you that are here. I want to take this opportunity and privilege to thank Senator Jordan, Brother Jordan, as I officially call him, for his unwavering commitment to a cause that's bigger than himself, for making sure everybody had a seat at the table with things that concern their destiny. And most of all, we want to thank him for being a deacon at our church and for being at church every Sunday. So for that, we thank you. Thank you so much for this time. Thank you for Mr. Simpson and all his crew that made this possible. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you.
And now we have a presentation.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Councilman Charles McCoy. I have with me today, I have Councilman Johnny Jennings over there, who's been with Senator Jordan for 37 years. I have also Councilman Palmer, been with him for 37 years. I also have the president of the city council, Mr. Ronnie Stevenson, also been with him for 24 years. And myself, of course, 20 years. We have worked side by side Senator Jordan for many, many years. We couldn't have picked a more better person to serve at the only Senate seat since 1993. Well-spoken, outspoken, who I call my friend, my brother, and also I call my church member. He's an outstanding, dynamic person now. At this time, I'm going to present you with the Olympic medal around your neck. This is part of the 24th Olympics. And we want to tell you, thank you for a job well done. Thank you for being that voice for the city of Greenwood. Thank you for being that voice for the Floyd County. You go all around this county speaking. And everywhere I go, everybody knows Senator Jordan. They know him when I walk in, they say, you from Greenwood? Senator Jordan? Yes, sir, that's where I'm from. So you well known, outspoken, does an outstanding job. At this time, I will pass you the Olympic torch from 2024. The torch stands for peace, unity, also friendship. I call you my friend. I call you a peacemaker in a time of a war. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Olympic torch presented to State Senator Jordan. At this time, I will call also to the podium Councilman Carl Palmer, who presented with a fruit basket on behalf of the City Council.
Congratulations. I know you can.
We'll put it in. We'll carry for it. And also, we have another fruit basket for Lieutenant Governor. I don't see him here now.
He's here.
Lieutenant Governor Husband. He's here.
Governor.
Oh, wow. Yes,
Governor.
sir. It was presented by Councilman Johnny Jennings. Councilman Jennings at that time.
How you doing, girl? I'm not gonna pass out today.
Eat those bananas.
Yeah, go right here. You got it.
That thing was heavy.
Thank you. Let me get over here.
And last but not least, my friend, my colleague, Store Manager Derek Simpson.
As I spoke earlier, I'm very thankful and humble when I say that I'm honored to be here with the State Senate today to recognize Senator Jordan with the Olympic torch of peace, friendship, love, and equality. And as I believe everyone had a gift bag this morning, compliments of Clark Coca-Cola and Alchin's Food Group, that is a gift of love. And if you've looked in your bag, you probably see what it is. And Coca-Cola is full of love. And we're going. The IT guy, hopefully, he's going to sing the song, play the song for us. But we want to. We're going to get the picture made with a resolution. Then we're going to sing a song that is a minute and 20 seconds for y'all before we leave. And the Greenwood Marketplace team, are y'all up there? This couldn't happen without y'all, each and every one of you. And I know Mr. Holcomb and Sean Shook's trying to figure out how the store's open, but we'll explain it later.
And now, Mr. President, we'd like to present the resolution to Senator Jordan. And don't drop that. Can somebody hold that for him? Here we go. Senator Jordan?
That does it?
That does it? Thank you. There you go, Senator Jordan. Big day for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. I suppose the next thing we'll do is have a song before our assembly leads the floor.
That would be nice. Thank you.
Can I see anything?
Oh, excuse me, Senator Jordan wanted to say a word, if he might, Mr. President.
Certainly. Senator Jordan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be very brief. Let me say to this body, as the Bible says sometimes the rejected stone become the cornerstone of the whole building sit on. I'm not saying that I've been rejected, but I love everybody. And every time I run for office, I've never been defeated. 32 years I've been here, holding 2 offices most time, because I always run a senator for the people. I love people. People may not like me, but I love people. I don't have time to get into racial issues unless you're wrong as two left shoes, and then you'll find me there. But in all, I love people. So that's what counts, what you do for others in life. If I wanted, from a sharecropper to the state senate, it's a long journey for a country boy like me. And I've been able to meet 3 presidents of the United States and invited to meet Nelson Mandela. God has been good to me. And I'm 100 years old, as you know, and all of that. But I still can land a pretty good bluff. But I want to let you know how much I respect you and how I love people. I've sued everybody all the way to the state level and down to every level. But I'm glad I did it because it brought us together. So we all are God's children. All of us. The Cyclops, the mythologists say that some people had so many things. All of us got one brain, one head, swinging appendages, walk upright, and all of that. So we're all God babies. So thank you for this great honor. And I'm too ugly and too old to cry. But thank you. I love all of you. And I love people. And what you do in life is what you do for others. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
And I've had a job since I was 12 years old, working. Yes.
All right, the song now, I think Senator Chesnall.
I'd like to buy the world a home, furnish it with love, grow apple trees, honey bees, and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. That's the song. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it in company.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me and everything. Just thank you for everything. She's one of the achievers. He's one of the achievers. He was one of the achievers. They were right there with you. We are being flown down into 12:15. I've met you before.
Thank y'all for letting me come.
Okay. As we continue, first Senator Butler had brought a resolution up. Mr. Clerk, will you read that resolution, please?
This is a Senate on the passing of legendary Alcorn State University tennis coach Anthony Bruce Donkin.
Thank you, sir. Before we go to the calendar, I think we have a few introductions. Senator Suber.
Thank you, Mr. President. That introduction out of order.
You're recognized.
I actually have 3 introductions. In the West Gallery, I have students from Tallahatchie Valley Electric Power, Cadence Johnson, Elena McCullough, Oscar Butler, Bailey McKee. Also in the West Gallery, I have from Natchez Trace Power, Dixie Ellison, Joseph Powell, and Grayson Prestige. And we have some very special guests in the North Gallery. Johnny and Missy Avant from Water Valley, who are the parents of our very own Allie.
Welcome to your Senate. Thank you, Senator. Senator Sparks.
For an introduction, please.
You're recognized.
On behalf of myself, Senator Chisholm, Senator McMahon, the Prentiss County Electric Cooperative Youth Leadership Program is here, led by Philip Young. If y'all will stand, from Baldwin High School, Essence Warren, and from Wheeler High School, Emma Kate Beckham. We appreciate them being part of this program and being with the Senate today. If you'll make them feel welcome. Thank you.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator England.
Introduction, Mr. President.
You're recognized, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the North Gallery, we have a very good friend of mine that serves as Executive Director of the Home of Grace, a faith-based addiction recovery program out of Van Cleve, Mr. Josh Barton. Let's please make him feel welcome.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Boyd.
Introduction out of order.
You're recognized.
In the West Gallery, we have a very special group from Northeast Power. If they will please stand. And there is a very special guest of Senator Subers in that area. So we would love to make them all welcome. Thank y'all.
Thank you for coming to your Senate. Senator Parks.
Thank you, Mr. President. Introduction out of order.
You're recognized, Senator.
Thank you. In the North Gallery, if we could all turn our attention, we have two very special people here with us today from Living Free Ministries in Corinth, Mississippi. We have Tommy Wilson and Kyle Johnson. If you would stand and let us help make you welcome.
Welcome to your Senate. Senator Seymour, for what purpose?
Introduction out of order.
You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. With us today, we have a group from Singing River Electric's Youth Leadership Workshop Group. On behalf of Senator DeBar, Senator Wiggins, Senator England, and myself, if they would stand in the South Gallery, we have with us today Camilla Cristobal from George County, Olivia Douglas from St. Martin, and Brett Jackson from East Central. Would the Senate please make them all feel welcome?
Welcome to your Senate. Okay, seeing no further introductions, we will go to the calendar of the day. Senator Michelle.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Mr. President, my motion will be that we go to the rules calendar and take up items 1 through 13 in block. If anyone would like to set one aside, I'd be glad to do that.
Senator moves to take up items 1 through 13 in block. Does anyone wish to set one aside? Senator Frazier.
Item 4, SCR 531.
We will set item 4 aside and take the others through item, what was it, 13?
1 through 13,
yes,
except for 4. That's right, Mr. President.
All right, so we need to...
Ask the title be read.
There you go. Please read the title.
Senate concur Resolution 528, remembering the influential life and career of Mississippi political pioneer Clark Reed and extending condolences on his passing. Senate concurrent resolution number 529, congratulate Ole Miss 2024 football team for winning Gator Bowl and for back-to-back 10-win seasons. Senate concurrent resolution number 530, recognize public service and historic preservation accomplishments of Raymond Mayor Isla Tullis. Senate concurrent resolution number 532, extend sympathy to surviving family of National Republican Committee woman Jean Lucky. Senate Resolution number 49, extend sympathy of Senator surviving family of Hinds County Senior Circuit Court Judge William Swan Yerger. Senate Resolution number 50, recognize Dr. Phyllis Pope Johnson upon her appointment as President of the National Council of State Boards of Nursing. Senate Resolution number 51, recognize Caterpillar Inc. in Corinth, Mississippi as on company's 100th anniversary celebration. Senate Resolution number 52, commemorate 155th anniversary of the first African-American Mississippi U.S. Senator Hiram Revels. Senate Resolution number 53, recognize centennial anniversary celebration of the Coliseum Theater in Corinth, Mississippi. Senate Resolution number 54, commend Coahoma County High School head basketball coach Derek Moore for 900 career victory. Senate Resolution number 55, honor the service and sacrifice of Vietnam War hero James Henry Taylor. Senate Resolution number 56, commend Columbus Christian Academy Ladies Rams girls basketball team for second MAIS Class AA state championship in 3 years.
I make the usual motion. Mr.
Senator
President.
makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed no. The ayes have it. Senator Michelle.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the Senate, the Rules Committee has vetted all of these resolutions, and we consider the recipients very worthy of the recognition they're receiving in this. So I move passage by use of the morning roll call.
Are there any questions? Seeing no questions, Senator suggests use the morning roll call, final passage. All in favor say aye. Oh, anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Excuse me on that. Seeing none, please record all present by the use of the morning roll call as voting aye. Senator Michelle.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to suspend the rules for the immediate consideration of Senate Resolution number 65. Mr. President, this deals with the officer who was killed in the line of duty earlier this week in Hinds County.
The Senator suggests that we suspend the rules, go to Senate Resolution 65. Anyone object? Since they have no objection, we'll go to aye. All in favor say aye. All opposed no. The ayes have it. We'll go to Senate Resolution 65.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that the title be read, please.
Please read.
As well as the whole resolution.
Yeah. Read the full resolution on this one, if you would, please.
Senate Resolution number 65, a resolution extending the sincere sympathy of the Mississippi Senate to the surviving family and friends of Hinds County Deputy Sheriff Martin Shields, Jr., who died in the line of duty on February 23, 2025, and commending his law enforcement career. Whereas it is with great sadness that we mourn the passing of Hinds County Deputy Sheriff Martin Shields, Jr., who died in the line of duty on February 23, 2025, while responding to a domestic violence call in Terry, Mississippi. And whereas Deputy Shields had been employed with the Hinds County Sheriff's Office for approximately 9 months. However, his law enforcement career was more extensive. And whereas Deputy Martin Shields was loved and cherished by many people, including his wife, his 12-year-old daughter, and his parents, Martin Luther Shields Sr. and Marcy Bolton Levy. And whereas Sheriff Tyree Jones wrote a heartfelt tribute to Deputy Shields, who experienced a last encounter with the deputy shortly before his untimely death. Deputy Shields died a hero. He died while responding to a call for service to assist someone in need. He fulfilled his assignment and his God-given mission on earth. Across social media, law enforcement agencies and elected officials have been offering condolences to the family, friends, and co-workers of Deputy Shields. And whereas we never can repay our debt to this officer and his family, but we must do what we can with all that we have to live our lives in a way that pays tribute to his memory. We should not remember to thank first responders and police officers only in the wake of tragedy. We should do it every day. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the State of Mississippi that we do hereby extend the sincerest sympathy of the Mississippi Senate to the surviving family and friends of Hinds County Deputy Sheriff Martin Shields, Jr., who died in the line of duty on February 23, 2025, and commend his law enforcement career. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to the surviving family of Hinds County Deputy Sheriff Martin Shields, Jr., forwarded to Hinds County Sheriff Tyree Jones, and be made available to the Capitol Press Corps.
Members of the Senate, Deputy Shields had service with both the Jackson Police Department and the Regional Police Department before serving with Hinds County. When our law enforcement officers go to work in the morning, they never know the fate. I'd ask for just a moment of silence, please.
Please pause for a moment of silence.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator.
I'd like to move passage by use, final passage by use of the morning roll call.
We need to make the usual motion.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Make the usual motion, Mr. President.
Made the usual motion. All in favor say aye. All opposed no. The usual motion has been adopted. Senator.
Final passage by use of the morning roll call.
Senator suggests use of the morning roll call for final passage. Anyone object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please recall all present by the use of the morning roll call as voting aye. Thank you, Senator Michelle. That resolution has passed. Okay. Now we'll go to the general calendar of the day. Item 14, accountability, pass and retain. Also 15, pass and retain. 16, municipalities, pass and retain that item. Public health, Senator Bryan will pass and retain. 17 and 18 and 19. Oh, Senator Bryan, did you wish to take those up? I didn't see you there. I'm sorry, sir. Which item?
Mr. President, I would like to pass item 17 on the calendar and go to item 18 and ask the title be read.
Thank you, Senator Bryan. Please read the title.
House Bill 1262, Nursing, authorize military medics to take exam to be licensed as an LPN.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed no. The ayes have it. Usual motion adopted. Senator Bryan.
Mr. President, I intend to consider this bill, ask the Senate to consider this bill and one other. I think they're rather straightforward matters, and I think they generally have consensus to support them. This bill would allow military medics to take the exam to be licensed as a licensed practical nurse. It does not make them LPNs, but it does recognize that the training that they get in order to become a medic in the military in the first place, coupled with the time they actually would be required to serve as a medic, is certainly sufficient training and experience to allow them to at least take the LPN exam. That's what the bill does. If there are no questions, I suggest use of the morning roll call.
Seeing no questions, suggested use of the morning roll call for final passage. Anyone object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of the morning roll call as voting aye. The bill is passed. Senator Bryan.
I go to the next item and ask that the title be read.
Please read the title.
House Bill 1401, Community Health Workers provide for certification of by Health Department and for Medicaid reimbursement for services of.
Senator Bryan.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed no. The ayes have it. Senator Bryan.
Mr. President, a community health worker is one who deals with patients directly, frequently in their homes or in other non-medical settings, although they can deal with them in medical settings also. But this is a very effective way of holding down healthcare cost at very little additional cost. There are de facto community health workers at work all over the state now. What this bill does is provides for licensure, which would allow for Medicaid reimbursement and potentially reimbursement by other insurance companies. I think any provider or any insurer would be very interested in having this come about, because the savings that come from individuals who are not necessarily as sophisticated about the ins and outs of healthcare, and certainly what we call a healthcare system in this country, greatly benefit from these individuals. That's what the bill does. It's lengthy in size because they're conforming sessions, but I've told you what the bill does. I suggest use of the morning roll call.
Senator suggested use of the morning roll call. Seeing no questions, let's see. Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of the morning roll call as voting aye. The bill is passed. Senator Bryan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask the other public health bills retain their place on the calendar.
Thank you, Senator. Item number 20 will retain its place on the calendar. Okay, any other business? We need to go, I guess at this time, we need to go to announcements. Have any announcement? Senator Robinson for announcement.
Thank you, Mr. President. Introduction out of order.
You're recognized.
Thank you. In the North Gallery, I would like for you all to help me make welcome the Crestwood Christian Academy fourth graders who are touring the state capitol today. Welcome to your capital.
Welcome to your capital. Okay, Senator Wiggins.
Thank you, Mr. President. Judiciary will have its meeting at 3 p.m. Understanding it's a busy day, would ask everybody to please check in right then or ahead of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Sparks.
For an announcement.
You recognize?
Economic and Workforce Development will meet today at 1 p.m. in room 210. 1 p.m. at 210.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Fillingain.
Thank you, Mr. President, for an announcement.
You're recognized, sir.
At 2 o'clock this afternoon in room 216, the Judiciary B Committee will meet.
Okay, next is Senator Hobson. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appropriations will meet 10 minutes after recess in room 216.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Senator Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance will meet today in room 216 at 1:30 p.m.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Whaley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, Agriculture will meet in room 409 at 1 p.m.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Hill. Senator Hill. Oh, I'm sorry, Senator Carter.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, they have the BIPAC luncheon from 11:30 to 1 at the Old Capitol Inn, and it's open to all legislators and elected officials.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Wiggins.
Sorry, Judiciary A is in room 216 at 3 today.
3 o'clock today. Thank you, Senator. Any other announcements? Seeing no other announcements, we'll go to Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we stand in recess until the last committee report has been filed or 5 p.m., at which time the journal will reflect we're adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Stand in recess until the last committee report is filed or until 5 p.m., at which time the Senate Journal will reflect we stand adjourned until, did you say 9 a.m. tomorrow? All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senate